That was August 1963, and of course King was very much present that day. It was really near the beginning of the civil rights movement. It was already, 6, 7 years after Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, and about 3 years after the lunch counter sit-ins began in North Carolina and that area, and a lot of civil rights activity, and a march on Washington was planned. There were lots and lots of people there, of course, and we just milled around in the general area of the Washington Monument, and eventually we all started moving in the general direction of the Lincoln Memorial, and eventually couldn't get any closer to the Lincoln Memorial, so we sat down on the side of the waiting pool and speeches began. And then when the speeches began, it was hot. People were getting hungry. We were getting hungry. And the speeches tended to be kind of repetitious. And then all of a sudden, we weren't even paying much attention. I wasn't as to exactly who was speaking when. And somebody started talking, and I realized, this guy's different. A real speaker. And of course it was Martin Luther King.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come back marked insufficient funds. A dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Deep in
We